Take a deep breath and look around. Do you see any animals? Well, look and memorize them well, because soon, by 2050, half of them may not even exist anymore. Many animals are endangered. Many more will be so soon. And ultimately, those endangered species will die. They will go extinct. That's right, you see that gopher? It may go extinct soon. And do you know why? It's because of the pollution that we humans are releasing into the atmosphere. It's because of our human overpopulation. And it's also because we humans are destroying their habitats. Of course, it's survival of the fittest, right? Who cares if some species go extinct? Well, you see, we depend on many of those species. It's part of the food web. We eat some of those species, and some of those species eat us. But even half of the species on the planet go extinct, we can still survive, right? And the answer? No. No, we cannot survive if half of the species go extinct. And the reason for that is keystone species. Have you ever seen an arcway? Have you ever wondered how they hold together? The answer to that question is at the top of the arc, where a single keystone holds the whole structure together. It's similar with keystone species. They are the glue that holds the rest of the food web together. If a keystone species falls, it can cause the whole food web to fall, with disastrous results, not only to its own food web, but also to others. There are many endangered species in the world. But did you know that here in Texas, there are also a lot of endangered species? The list is long, so I'll read it really quick. Red-cockaded woodpecker, Louisiana black bear, Rafinska, big-eared bat, however the heck you say that, wood stork, American swallow-tailed kite, bald eagle, alligator snapping turtle, timber rattlesnake, and prothonotary warbler or something. Alright, it's story time. You're about to hear 5 stories about several different animals, so relax and get out the popcorn. Okay, so anyways, one of the most important species to America is the bald eagle. The bald eagle faced extinction 40 years ago due to a hazardous chemical called DDT. It's a hazardous pesticide, sorry. And also due to illegal shootings. Its food sources were contaminated by DDT, and many of its habitats were destroyed. However, the bald eagle made an amazing recovery and now is on the protected species list. Another endangered species in the US is the wood stork. Its population has diminished because of the food-based population declining. Small fish. They have a unique way of feeding, which does not let them eat any other kind of food. The Louisiana black bear was threatened because 80% of its habitats were destroyed. 24 years ago, the bear was put into the endangered species list. However, the bear made a miraculous recovery, and it was removed from the list only last month. Another species that you might know, because it's on the news quite often, is the African elephant, and it's endangered because of human greed. Many poachers hunt African elephants for their ivory, and as a result, their species has dwindled. They are still endangered today. And now, to bump up the familiarity notch, the giant panda makes an appearance, or, as it's actually known by its scientific name, black and white cat-footed animal. Like that very grumpy cat over there. Due to habitat loss and poaching, as well as loss of its food source and its low birth rate, the giant panda is still endangered today. This is partly due to invasive species. An invasive species is defined as a species that after being introduced into a new ecosystem has a negative impact, such as threatening or endangering another species. Invasive species are hard to deal with, so the best mechanisms are to A. Do everything we can to stop them from coming in, and create monitors for detecting new infestations, or B. Stop them as quickly as possible. One reason invasive species are so devastating is because no species have evolved as a predator to them, and they ultimately have an advantage over species who adapt to a predator that in turn adapts to them. Invasive species come from many places, including foreign countries. There are many invasive species in Texas. Here are a few, just to name some. Zebra mussels, giant salvinia, emerald ash borer, and the crested floating heart. These species harm many of ours, including ones that are already endangered. However, not everything is negative. Technology is having a positive impact on endangered species. Here are a few examples. Mapping and visualization, smart colors for endangered species, remote control photography and video, remote monitoring endangered species, and environmental sounds, remote controlled sampling like skin samples, and one of my favorites, colors that text elephants' locations to nearby people. High-tech hooks that keep sharks away, gene sequencing machines, beehive fences to keep your crop safe from angry elephants, and remote-controlled measurement tools, conservation drones, and predictive analysis devices. So slowly, we are making a difference. There are many endangered species in Texas, and even more elsewhere. You can make a difference too. Now, with your new knowledge, you can go out and make a difference. Go out and protest against pollution, about tearing down ecosystems. Together, we can make a difference in this world. Michael, signing out.